I'm Kristen Sobosinski. I'm the Assistant Superintendent for Business Services, Operations, and Human Resources. This presentation will be an overview of the district's current finances. We have some financial concerns that we wanted to bring to light to the community. There are some budget deficits we want to talk through and that impact on our fund balance and the impact on the 24-25 budget. We also want to talk through what this means for the district's cash flow. We have a 3-year history of expenditures exceeding revenues dating back to the 21-22 fiscal year. We were $1 million over revenues in that year and $2.9 million in 22-23, and at this point the unaudited expenditures over revenues is a little over $4 million. What this means for fund balance is that those deficits drew down our fund balance from $10.3 million in 2021 to $2.5 million unaudited again in 23-24. All the expenditures, although they were over budget, are investments that were intended to enhance district operations, safety, security, and performance. Some regular expenditures weren't budgeted for, such as open enrollment, out, and other tuition, student, human resources, and financial software. Some expenditures weren't budgeted for, such as security improvements, facilities, compensation, enrollment, and transportation studies. And there were some expenditures that exceeded budgeted amounts, such as substitute teachers, technology and internet, special education, salaries, and benefits. Over the past several years, the district has passed a non-recurring and a recurring referendum. This information was shared during the last referendum that was passed in the 2023 year. Recurring referendum, $6 million was added to the revenue limit for the 23-24 school year. However, there was a $2.7 million reduction in revenue from the prior year, 22-23, as ESSER funds ran out. For 24-25, based on the 23-24 actual expenditures, we revised the 24-25 preliminary budget, and we currently are sitting at a $1.8 million deficit. This revised preliminary budget will be presented for approval at the August 22nd board meeting and at the September 9th annual meeting. This is not the final budget for the year. As I mentioned, the 24-25 preliminary budget is not our final budget for the year. There is an adjusted budget that's approved in October, and between the annual meeting and that time, we will do a thorough examination of the preliminary budget to remove any non-mission critical items that have not already been expended. We also will be receiving our third Friday count numbers. We'll include our summer hiring and our October 15th aid certification and final property valuation. This will be presented and approved by the board on October 30th, 2024. All of this has impacted our cash flow substantially. In the past, the district has always issued non-taxable tax revenue anticipation notes with the consortium. Last September, we borrowed $7.2 million for the 23-24 fiscal year. The district did need additional funds to cover expenditures. However, the limit for non-taxable issues is $10 million per calendar year. Since the district issued $2.7 million in notes in the spring of 2023, the district could not issue more than the $7.2 million in a non-taxable tran. Therefore, the district issued taxable tran in the form of a line of credit in the amount of $5 million in November of 2023. The district is required to pay back both taxable and non-taxable trans prior to issuing a new 24-25 tran for cash flow purposes. Unfortunately, due to the reduction in fund balance, the district does not have the cash to pay back both trans. We will need an operational loan to cover expenditures and pay back the trans.